Before I get started with today's mathematical operations, we're going to begin with a little search, ls-l/bin/b star. All that does is show me all the items in the bin directory that begin with the letter B. And the one I'm looking for is right on top. It's called bin bash. That's the name of the shell. We're using the bash shell. And so occasionally you want to clarify that. Let's go into the numbers.bat file. We'll create it with nano. And the first thing I'm going to do is what's called a shebang. That's the pound symbol that you people think is a hashtag, the pound symbol, and then the exclamation point, and then /bin/bash. So it's telling which shell to use. Now I've created two variables, a equals 3 and b equals 5, and I've echoed them. You'll notice I've got double parentheses, but we're going to have a little problem with this. In order to execute it, I got to, of course, change mode plus X to that. And then when I run it, you'll see there's going to be some error messages here. So let's take a look at what we got to do to fix that. What I need to do is to put a $ in front of those parentheses. And then when I echo that, when I run that, you'll see that it gives me the number 8, no problem. Now let's get a little more complicated here. I've got a for loop for y equals 1, y less than 11, y plus plus. You notice when I'm declaring that variable, it's not does not have a $ in front of it, but when I'm using it, the echo $ parentheses $y times $y, and the word done is going to close my for do loop. So let's see what happens there. I have that number 8 first because that's still part of the program, and then I have 1 through 100 because that's what 1 times 1 is, and 2 times 2, and 3 times 3, and so on. Now I can go and fix that a little bit. Actually, a couple things I'm going to do. In front of the echo of the a plus b, where it was printing the number 8, I've put a hashtag or a pound symbol so that it won't actually work. That'll convert that into a comment, which is different from the shebang, which is the pound symbol exclamation point. Anyway, I've added, in my echo statement, I've added a string, so it's all in double quotes. I've got $y times $y equals. So what's going to happen now is it will just say 1 times 1 equals 1, and 2 times 2 equals 4, all the way to 10 times 10 equals 100. Now, I could also echo that back to my a plus b and change it to a minus sign. So let's just see what happens there. Oh, and I've actually put the little pound symbol or hashtag in front of the for, echo, and done, so that won't show up right now. And so when I run this, you'll see -2. So I have no problem with the addition or subtraction. Now the problem comes in when I deal with division, because the shell scripting only actually understands integers. So this is going to create a problem for me. When I run it, it gives me a 0 as the answer. That, of course, is not what I want to see. So I'm going to make a couple of changes. First of all, I'm going to have a scale equals 2. Well, I should put that in a string. Echo in a string, scale equals 2, so it's going to be 2 decimals. I have a semicolon kind of partially obscured by my circle there, and what's missing is that $ that I had put in previously. But at the end, I have a pipeline and BC. BC just stands for basic calculator, and it's going to take that phrase, scale equals 2 means 2 decimals, and A divided by B, and it's going to send it to the basic calculator, which can turn it into decimals. And at that point, you'll see the answer is 0.60, 2 decimals.